Setting top of form is one of the most important steps in being able to properly use your 300, 400, and 500 series dot matrix printer. This video will show you how to set exactly where on the form the printer will begin printing. To set top of form, you must first verify if Forms Tear Off is on or off. This setting determines whether the printer waits for you to tear the form off or if it will automatically move the form to the tear position. Then you'll need to set the top of form position based on the form's tear off being set to on or off. Here's a quick and easy way to both check if your form's tear off is set to on or off and to clear the previous top of form settings. With no paper loaded in the printer, first power on the printer while holding down the Park and Quiet top of form buttons. This will set top of form to the factory default settings, clearing all previous top of form settings, including forms tear off. Next, load the paper by pressing FF load. Then press the tear button. If the paper moves up, then forms tear off is off. If the paper moves down, then the forms tear off is on. If the printer is turned off and back on and forms tear off is turned on, the printer paper position will be at the tear position. Upon receiving data, or if the select button is pressed, the paper will move down to the top of form position and begin printing. First, we will address setting top of form and tear off position when the tear off feature is set to on. Press the select button and the select light will go out. This ensures that the printer is offline. Press and hold down the tear button. The paper will go to the default top of form. Keep holding the tear button. While still holding tear button, press and hold down the shift button. Now release the tear button. Keep holding the shift button. As you continue to hold the shift button, press the microfeed up or microfeed down button, depending on which direction you want to move the paper to align the top of form. You will notice that feeding is in very small increments. The first line will begin printing at the red line of the plastic shield on the print head, depending on the margin settings. Keep in mind that your software program may be controlling the actual top of form start position. It could be above or below where the printer top of form is set. When the top of form is set at the correct position, release all buttons, press the select button, and the printer select light will come on. That completes setting top of form with the forms tear off in the on position. To set the top of form with the forms tear off feature set to off, follow these steps. Turn the printer on and press FF load button. Press the select button and the select light will go off. This ensures that the printer is offline. Press the shift button. As you continue to hold the shift button, use your microfeed up or down buttons to adjust your top of form. Release all your buttons. You will notice that feeding is in very small increments. The first line will begin printing at the red line of the plastic shield on the print head, depending on the margin settings. Keep in mind that your software program may be controlling the actual top of form start position. It could be above or below where the printer top of form is set. When the top of form is set at the correct position, release all buttons. Press the select button to reselect the printer. The select light will come on. That completes setting top of form with the forms tear off in the off position. Regardless of setup, remember, never try and move the paper position using the platen knob with the printer powered on or with select on. If you do, you will lose the top of form setting. If you need to clear a paper jam, First, power off the printer, clear the jam, reload the paper, power the printer back on, and press the FF load button. The printer will then return to your previous settings. The top of forms can be reset back to factory default by parking the paper, then powering on the printer while holding the park and quiet top of form buttons. If you require any further assistance, you can call 800-654-3282 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to speak with an OKI Data customer support representative.